NKTelco Sports. We are here at Marion Local High School where the Bremen Cardinals take on the Marion Local Flyers. Tonight's game is sponsored by Minster Bank, Bremen Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, West Staff, Hometown Opportunity, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, PSG Outfitters, Cy Friedman Incorporated, Carriage Works, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Francis Furniture, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, NKT Productions, and First National Bank, our fine sponsors. Here at the hangar, Marion Local High School, along with Greg Burning, I'm Dave Knappy. Flyers take on the Cardinals, having a very good year. Cardinals had a lot of players back from last year's squad, who won 14 games. Plus they have Paige Jones is back as well. They're having a fine year at 10-1.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 10-1 so far under Coach Burton. You get a big boost. Paige Jones averaging 12 points a game. Kelly Naylor 8.5, and Jane Homan 7.5. They return a pretty veteran group, does New Bremen, and then get Paige Jones back, from a year ago, did not play, and they've had a very nice start. Good defensive club. Going to have their hands full here tonight in Marion Local to I will say, an underachieving thus far.
Yeah, a tough year by the Flyers standards, just 2-7. They're a team that's had 8 straight winning seasons. They started out the season and won 2 of their first 3 games, but after that, the wheels have fallen off.
Yeah, and they played some tough games, as we talked a little bit beforehand. Some good WBL teams they've lost to, but got some good players scoring points. The 2 Rethman girls, Heidi and Natalie, averaged 12 a game, and Evers with 10. Is again a very probably not quite as veteran as New Bremen, but they return a lot of players, and it should be a solid Marion team. Lost a lot of close games thus far this year. Probably hoping to get things right here tonight against a good Bremen team. Should be a good MAC matchup.
Marion Local is coached by Beth Strive in her 3rd year. Good MAC game, Marion Local, New Bremen. We'll be back with the starting lineups when we return on NKTelco Sports.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Welcome back to the hangar for tonight's game. Getting ready tonight, both starting lines for both teams. And now they're giving a recognition of the New Bremen volleyball team for winning the state championship. Nice gesture by the Marion team here. First for the Cardinals, number 32, Kelly Naylor, 5'6" junior. Number 5, Macy Putoff. Jane Homan, number 50. Number 10, Paige Jones. Number 44, Kayla Bergman. Head coach for the Cardinals, Chris Burton in his 6th year, assisted by Leanne Keller, Chad Williams, and Julie Lochtefeld. Now for the Flyers. #22, Emily Neatfeld, 5'5" sophomore. Number 10, Heidi Rethman, 5'7" freshman. Natalie Rethman, number 12, a 5'6" junior. Another freshman, number 50, Elena Putoff. In the center, number 20, Kara Evers, a 6'1 senior. Head coach of the Flyers, Beth Strive, assisted by Treva Fortenkamp and Maria Moeller. So 2 teams going in really opposite directions. New Bremen 10-1 on the season. Their only loss was to a very good Versailles squad. Marion Local 2-7. They've lost their last 6 games. Both of these teams have had their holiday break. What do you look for here tonight, Greg?
Yeah, you mentioned the holiday break. That always gives a little bit of slow starts to a lot of teams. So early on, Marion's went through some tough times, so you're hoping they get off to a good start, because the last thing you want to do is get behind to a team that's already 10-1. A lot of youth coming out, starting on their starting lineup. There's some experience on Marion's floor, but there's also a couple freshmen. So look for Bremen to push the tempo, play some solid defense, and Marion try to hang in there early on here, the beginning part of this game, to not let Bremen get away from them early.
Bremen wins the tap. Bremen in their red uniforms, trimmed by gold. Naylor with the basketball to Macy Putoff. Man-to-man defense by Marion Local. Jones did not play last year, back for basketball. Shoots the elbow, in and out. Homan on the rebound. Can't follow, another chance, and is fouled.
And a couple multiple offensive rebounds there from Jane Homan. Draws the first foul of the game. That's against number 20, Kara Evers.
Homan shoots 75% on the season from the foul line. The whole team shoots very, very good, 67%. As she hits the first one, and we are on our first National Bank scoreboard. Just another look on the replays. You see Homan battling for the rebound. Back to live action. The senior Homan, one of 2 seniors, hits the second one. It's 2-0 to Bremen.
This is that tempo I was talking about. Sorry, Dave. Bremen coming out to press right away. As they got a guard/post person in 6'1". Paige Jones causes all kinds of problems for every team they play, and they get a turnover there.
Jones will inbound it. Both these teams 1-1 in the MAC. Getting the full gear league season. Turnaround rolls all by Jones. Flyers with the ball.
Good
down
defense
to
there.
Evers, and she is fouled before the shot. With a good entry pass into the 6'1 senior Evers.
Fouls on number 44, Kayla Bergman, her first, Bremen's first. I was going to say on that last possession, good defense by Pullman against Jones. That'll be a good matchup to keep an eye on here tonight.
2 freshmen in the lineup for the Flyers. Also a junior and a sophomore and 1 senior. So a very young team for Coach Beth Stribe. Shot up by Natalie Rathman. Jones with the rebound. Paige bounces it to Bergman. She kicks it out. Naylor with a tray and in. 19th tray of the season for Naylor and a 5-0 lead for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and lots of time to get her feet set on that one and able to knock it down to give Bremen the early lead.
Drive by Heidi Rathman. All on the floor. This players die for it. Autumn possession keeps it with the Flyers.
Marion looking to get a good offensive possession here. The first 2 have been a little hurried. Kind of that young, inexperienced there. Some quick shots. There's another one.
It's Heidi Rathman's shot. Too strong. Put off looking for a teammate. Almost turned it over. Kicks it to Jones. She'll try a 3. Rebound by Evers.
Good defensive possession there by the Flyers.
Flyers trying to push the tempo a little bit. Evers from the foul line. Too strong. Put off up ahead to Jones. Just underway here at the hangar. And Marion Local, there's a turnover against the Cardinals.
Yeah, tough one to handle there from Jones. Marion looking to get something going here. Really, all 3 of their first shots, just really tough ones at the foul line area or farther out, all contested.
There's that pressure which caused a turnover for the Neatfelt with the basketball. Gives it up to Het Rathman. Now to Natalie Rathman. Ball rolled off the hands.
Yeah, just a unforced turnover there, mishandled.
Be a quick timeout by Marion as they try to regroup. A 30-second timeout. I'd like to thank our sponsors Making this telecast possible: Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Carriage Works, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, NKT Productions, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Bank, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Outfielder, Automotive Outfitters, Cy Schruderman, 21st Century Kitchen, Schruderman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, and West Staff. A long list of sponsors, and we are most appreciative. Right now, the Cardinals with a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, you've really seen two different offenses so far. Bremen's had really pretty good success getting the ball where they wanted to get it with not a lot of resistance. On the other end, Marion has really struggled to get into their offense. Every shot they've taken, as I mentioned, been highly contested. So Bremen looking to continue here, and hopefully on the next possession, Marion can get a couple screens together and give somebody an open shot.
Put off in the wing. She'll try a tray. Homan kept it alive for Jones. That hits short. Evers with the rebound. Flyers looking to be on the scoreboard. There's Pullman. Down low to Evers. Loses the handle. We have a jump ball. This will turn it over to New Bremen.
Yeah, they had a good possession there. Nice pass into Evers. Couldn't quite get her hands on it. First substitution of the ball game for New Bremen. Number 20, Molly Smith, will check in.
Two different teams as far as experience. New Bremen has virtually everybody back. They only graduated 2 players, Brianna Arling and Amanda Brown, where Marion graduated 4 starters off the lineup, and they're still trying to adjust from that from last year. Turnaround from Jones again off the mark.
And again, nice defense from Pullman. She is contesting each one of them, making them tough shots.
Natalie Rethman with a pull up, and it goes in. The Flyers are on the board. Hit the backside of the iron, bounced right up and through the net. There's Smith with the ball. Jones trying to get it down to Homan. They work it around the perimeter. Man-to-man defense. Flyers through the years, the Flyers have always taken pride in their defense. Boys and girls for that matter. Right now, New Bremen having a hard time getting anything underneath. Jones, Smith, that's a long 2. Home with another offensive rebound, blocked by Evers. Pushed ahead to Rethman. Layup is short. Evers steals it, misses the layup. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Flyers. So a few substitutions here. 42 for Morgan Heckman. For the Flyers, for the Cardinals, number 12, Hannah Tankman. Number 14, Abby Tiemann.
This is the other part that I know you'll definitely see from New Bremen is multiple substitutions. Coach Burden plays about 9 or 10 girls, keeps them really going and apply a lot of pressure.
Heidi Rethman knocked out of bounds. Will stay with the Flyers. Flyers started off the season, won 2 of their first 3, but ever since then, lost 6 in a row, and they're definitely hoping to regroup here tonight as Heidi Rethman with a jumper.
Yeah, there's that possession we were talking about. Good movement there. Rethman pops out to a wide open jumper and knocks it down.
Flyers within 1. Cardinals have been stuck on 5. There's a drive by Putoff. Can't finish. Ends up with the rebound. Tankman back to Putoff. Holman trying to post down low. They get it to her. She has to bring it out again. Holman, one of 2 seniors on this team. Nice cut by Putoff. She is fouled.
And that's one of those veteran cuts you talked about. She got out top. Jane Homan had nowhere to go. Instead of standing there like a lot of players will do, basically Putoff made a great back cut. Marion forced a foul her at the basket. That foul was on number 12. Natalie Rethman, her first.
And that's a play. That's not a design play. That's just an instinct. That's just knowing how to play and what you should do. Putoff misses the first one, as you see that cut by Putoff, and Rethman had no choice but to foul him. Number 24, Aaron Smith in the lineup. So already Coach Burden has played 9 players. That deep bench. Putoff hits the second. Cardinals finally off the number 5. At 5 in about the first 2 possessions.
Right. I was just going to say, Marion's got to be pretty happy. They're only down a bucket. Really haven't had a great start here thus far.
Kelsey Koenig just in the lineup. Her shot off the mark. And we'll go to the Cardinals. Paige Jones returns. The MAC Player of the Year 2 years ago. Back out for basketball this year. Has the ball. Tries to pass it underneath.
And she's one of those rare players that turns the ball over there. She can really play almost every position on the floor. You saw her play point guard there. She'll post up a little bit later, knock down some threes. Speaking of threes, nice one there for the Flyers.
Koenig with a jumper. She was recently moved up from JV. At 6 points in her first game. She hits a tray there, and the Flyers with the lead. Smith with the basketball, and they're stolen away by Rethman. Pass ahead, stolen back, this time by Tiemann. Doesn't have the numbers. Gives it back to Jones, dribbles through a couple players, draws a foul.
That foul's going to be on number 32, Brooke Homan, her first.
Pullman 50, Neatfelt 2. Back in for the Flyers. We are tied 6-6 as they corrected the scoreboard. Long there by Jones. Tankman in. Tankman with a stick back.
Yeah, nice position underneath the basket. Gets the putback, as you mentioned. Puts the Cardinals back on top.
Under 2 minutes to go here. First quarter. Along with Greg Burning, Dave Kanapke. Glad you're with us here. So we start MAC girls action to start the new year. Shot off the mark. Cardinals come up with it. Tankman trying to push the tempo. Hannah Dries puts up a left-handed shot. Koenig with a rebound. Coach Stripe says, let's keep it under control. Neatfelt will slow it down. Koenig on the wing. So they work through the offense. Koenig to Pullman and in.
Good seal there by Pullman off the cross screen. And a great offensive possession. You can, like talked about it earlier, you could really see Marion wasn't really comfortable almost that whole first quarter. That's probably their best possession thus far. Good seal by Pullman and the easy 2 to tie it back at 8.
Tankman gives it up to Tiemann. Jones with the basketball. So they work through their offense. Almost a steal. Shot up and rattles around and in by Aaron Smith.
Good answer by Bremen as we wind down the last 30 seconds of the first quarter.
Working around the perimeter, there's Neatfelt. Rethman able to come up with it. Neatfelt, 15-footer. Rebound of the Cardinals, 12 seconds to go. Smith shot off the mark. Rebound was off of Tankman. It'll be Flyers ball with under 2 to go. A bunch of substitutions as Rethman comes back in. Heidi Rethman. Flyers will just try to get it in here. They get it all the way to Pullman. She sets herself, puts up a shot.
Oh,
almost in there. Nice inbounds play. 1 quarter in the books. Here at the hangar as New Bremen leads Marion 10-8. We'll be right back.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
1 quarter in the books here as the Cardinals lead by 2.
Yeah, it's a good first quarter. Bremen came out, got a good 5-0 lead, but a good response by Marion Local. Knocked down a couple jumpers, only trailed by 2. It was a very competitive up and down first quarter. As we mentioned, Bremen likes to run. I feel like Marion wants to slow it down. Tempo-wise, I'd say that most of that quarter favored the New Bremen Cardinals.
Marion with the first possession. There's the steal. Naylor takes it the whole way and in.
Wow, good finish. A lot of contact there. Good body control by Kelly Naylor to score the basket.
Rethman will lob it to Evers. Jones with the steal. Bremen back with their starting lineup in the game to start the second quarter. Naylor with the 3. Put off hustles. That one didn't work, but Cardinals have had a lot of offensive rebounds. Haven't capitalized on a lot of them, but.
Yeah, a bunch of them from Jane Homan, a couple of them from Tiemann, Kramer. They've really battled the boards hard.
Natalie Rethman will walk it up. Pullman loses it. Nice save by Koenig. Tipped out of bounds there.
He thinks he's open, and then Jones just kind of slides back. There's a lot of length on this first group. Not just Jones, but Putoff's long, Homan's long.
Long arms, like he, not just the height, the long arms, as Evers is fouled on the shot.
Good post in there by Carrie Evers. Fouls on number 44, Kayla Bergman. That is her second foul.
Evers just one of 3 seniors on this team. It's the first. Molly Smith will check back in the lineup. Evers with the second. Rebound put off. Jones down to Holman. Nice move, swatted away by Evers. So Evers showed who was boss there on that play on a nice move by Holman. Holman tries to get it back, and we will have a jump ball. That will turn it over to the Cardinals. So check that. I think they're going to keep it. Oh, no, they are going to the Cardinals.
Bremen, yep.
The sign, the alternate possession sign was that way, but sometimes they forget at the end of the quarter. So Cardinals again. Seems like Greg, they've at times have had some very good possessions. Their shooting percentage hasn't been real great. They haven't scored as many as what their offenses look so far, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally agree. They've gotten some good penetration inside. There's another good pass into Jones, and that's kind of been the result right there. It's been a lot of Jane Homan rebounds. And there's a good capitalize there.
Naylor steps
from Naylor.
back. Hits her second tray of the night, already with 8 in the game. Evers at the elbow. Long. Hit it. Looked like an awkward shot by Emily Niefelt with the 19-footer.
Yeah, big basket there to keep Marion within 4. But you mentioned it before. Bremen's done a nice job getting the ball in the paint a lot. Really haven't been able to capitalize. That's the offense that's been working.
There's another offensive rebound, this time by Putoff. Can't finish. They'll have another opportunity here. Naylor, nice pass to Holman.
That's what I was trying to get at. You know, they've gotten a lot of good looks inside, but they've been contested. Good penetration there by Naylor. Great dish to Holman. Cardinals with their biggest lead up to 6.
17-11 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank think first. Nice lob to Evers. Sets her feet, knocks it home.
Yeah, good answer by Marion. A great look inside.
Bremen's picked up their scoring, but Marion has capitalized. Pullman almost knocked it away. Pullman working to Jones. Jones is able to get by and rolls off. Good news for New Bremen as it stays on their end. 42 Morgan Heckman into the game. And number 14, Abby Tiemann in for the Cardinals. 10, Heidi Rethman in as well for the Flyers.
Yeah, point blank there for Jones. Couldn't get the bounce. But as you mentioned, Bremen able to hang on to it. Must have put something extra slick on that ball in between quarters. Is really having a hard time catching it here in the second.
Naylor, and
Nice
there's the steal. Natalie Rathman takes it the whole way off the glass in. Nice jump stop, knocked it in. Flyers within 2.
Yeah, great possession there all around for Natalie Rathman. Read the behind the back, took it the distance and finished.
Naylor would give it up to Holman. Put off trying to post up down low. All the way over to Tiemann. Rebound Flyers. Heckman with the rebound. Flyers can tie with the 2, go ahead with the tray. Pullman wide open. Needfeld can't finish.
Saw her wide open, got it there quickly. I think she was a little more excited than she thought, and there's a good answer at the other end by Macy Putoff.
Nice hesitation dribble by the sophomore Putoff. Puts the lead back to 4 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, you said that really well, the hesitation. She's really good at that. She did it earlier in the first quarter, too. She just almost lulls you to sleep and then gives you a couple body blows, and next thing you know, she's at the basket. Good finish by Putoff.
Neatfeld on the wing. Flyers have answered every time. It seems like Cardinals have, looks like they're going to break open a lead.
As much as they struggled running their offense in the first quarter, Marion has done a much nicer job here in the second.
Rethman's shot off the mark. Naylor to the hoop, rolls off. Shot up and one by Smith.
Wow, what a finish by Smith. You could just see her trying to gather underneath the bucket, knew the contact was coming, and I guess what was really impressive to me was she didn't just throw it back up. You know, she took her time, gathered, got the ball in her hand where she knew she could be strong, and finished aggressively at the basket.
It's several of those plays where players have set their feet the right way before they didn't hurry themselves. Make sure they had the foundation set, if you will, as Smith completes the three-point play. Now a 6-point lead. I believe that's the biggest lead of the night.
Even's the biggest. They were at 17-11 just a couple minutes ago, and as you mentioned, Marion has answered each time.
Rethman, pull up, in and out. Evers with a rebound, draws a foul.
I was going to say, it's going to be tough sledding getting that ball out of there, but Evers does a nice job with the board. Draws a foul, and Macy Putoff her first.
Heidi Rethman and one. The freshman with a nice strong move.
It's almost like they get behind and it inspires a little bit to make a good play, because every time Marion has needed it, they've gotten. There's a great drive by Rethman. As you see the replay, unable to complete the three-point play, but Evers with the board.
Put off the other way. Macy, another strong drive to the hoop.
Hey, you better stop her from getting to the basket. She's very good around the hoop. Shows it again there. She now has 5.
Lead now at 7, 24-17 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Pass through Rethman's hands. As Coach Birdney catches the loose ball very happily.
Yeah.
as he continues to sub a lot of players in.
Yeah, and you see a good rotation coming back in for New Bremen as say some good subbing here before the end of the half. You get Jones and Naylor both back on the floor. A lot of guards for New Bremen to see how if they can, again, speed the game up. They did this, I saw them play Laramie a lot, to put a lot of ball handlers on the floor and made you play that penetration. So they challenged you to come out and really work the inside to gash those lanes like you saw Putoff do on last possession.
Yeah, when you have that many ball handlers, it gives you a lot of flexibility. You can rotate a lot of different players in.
Especially when one of your ball handlers is 6'1", right?
Yes, that never hurts. 6'1" ball handler with the ball is Jones with the runner. Knocks it home for her first basket. A lot of shots go in and out. That time gives her Cardinals a 9-point lead.
I was just going to say, when your team's up by 7 and she hasn't even scored, things are probably going pretty decent. Bremen's had a much better second quarter. As you mentioned, now up by 9.
Reffman ball is knocked out of her hands. Stay with the Flyers. Freshman Rethman will inbound. Natalie Rethman, that is short. Evers with the rebound. Koenig will launch a long shot and roll off. Almost got the home court roll. And there's the steal. Koenig. And as Naylor tries to steal it, but it will stay with the Flyers. So Koenig didn't get the shot to fall, but made a nice defensive play to get it back for her Flyers.
Yeah, good anticipation. Read the pass coming, picked up that steal.
Rethman draws the foul. That'll be the 15th foul. We have not shot a 1-and-1 yet by either team.
The foul was on Abby Tiemann, her first, and as Dave mentioned, the 15th foul for New Bremen. Clean played game here in the first half.
Very quick first half. Rethman, long 2. Rebound, not able to fall there by Koenig. Back to Koenig. Drive baseline, and will get it stolen by Jones. 30 seconds to go for the Cardinals. They try to extend their 9-point lead. Naylor will set it up as Coach Burden gives instructions. What he wants done here to end the half. Naylor was open. They go down to Jones. We're at 10 seconds. Naylor with the tray. Kayla Naylor with her 3rd tray.
11 points now. She had all day to shoot that one. As you see the final shot there at the buzzer.
Cardinals finish strong to end the first half. They go to the locker room with a 12-point lead, 29-17. We'll be back with the first half stats here on NKTelco Sports.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it Caring Without Limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
We're at halftime. The Bremen Cardinals have a 12-point lead. over the Marion local Lady Flyers with their first half numbers, Mr. Greg Burning.
Thanks, Dave. As you mentioned there, you see the score. Was a pretty competitive game the whole first half. Bremen really got on a nice run late in the second quarter. And you see the numbers there, pretty comparable. The rebounds really jump out. Bremen had 10 offensive rebounds in the first half. Turnovers pretty obviously exactly even. Three-pointers, big advantage. All three of those coming via Kelly Naylor for the Cardinals. Point scoring goes like this for Marion local. Heidi Rethman and Natalie Rethman both with 4. Kara Evers with 3. Canning with 2. Emily Neefeld also with 2. And Elena Puppman also with 2. For the New Bremen Cardinals, as I mentioned, Kelly Naylor knocking down 3 threes, leads all scorers with 11. Macy Putoff with 5. Molly Smith 3. Jane Homan 4. Paige Jones and Hannah Tankman and Aaron Smith all with 2. But a lot of that game almost seemed like the tempo caught up to Marion right at the end. Bremen went small, used their speed as an advantage, got a lot of buckets right at the rim. Putoff got a couple quick buckets, Jones got a bucket, and then Naylor knocks down a 3, and all of a sudden that 4 or 5 point lead went to 12 real fast. Marion going to have to come out big here in the third quarter to hang around here in this ball game.
And that's what happens. You see a lot of times when one team has more depth, the better athletes win out late in the half when players are more tired, and they really had a nice run at the end. See if they can build on that, see if the Flyers can come back on that. Flyers with the ball, looks like they have their starting lineup, the 2 Rethman girls, Neatfeld, Evers, and Pullman. Again, they have 2 freshmen, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior. Young squad for Coach Beth Stride. Jumper by Elena Pullman.
Good start for Marion, much needed basket. Cuts that lead right at 10.
Naylor will drive. Evers was lurking, she kicks it out. She tried again, nice kick out. Jones, 3 off the mark, and Naylor gets a rebound. We're running again. Bremen has had a lot of possessions based on now 11 offensive rebounds that they've had. Naylor will try another 3 and bury it.
The hot shooting for Kelly Naylor continues. She's shooting over 50% from threes.
Evers off the glass in.
But it seemed like every time Bremen has made those little runs, Marion has had a quick response. They just, like I said, got away from a little bit late there in the second quarter and got a big deficit here now to catch back up.
Marion has a lot of pride in their sports, definitely in their basketball. They've lost 6 in a row. Not very often, girls basketball here at Marion has lost 6 in a row.
Tough angle there from Jones, turns the ball over.
Kelsey Canning will come in for Neatfeld. Rethman to Rethman.
Bremen going
to
back.
Break the pressure.
As I say, Bremen going back to that full court press.
Natalie Rethman with a pull-up jumper. And Flyers did a nice job of breaking the press that time.
Yeah, they did a very nice job. Rethman scores, gets her 6th point, and now lead just to 9.
Bergman, they run through their flex offense. Holman through some trouble, and it's stolen away. Nice job there by Pullman to steal it and not travel.
Back-to-back turnovers for New Bremen.
Rethman loses it out of bounds. Jones was harassing her.
Turnover gives it back to New Bremen.
Naylor will bring it up this time. And there's almost a steal by Caney. Able to get it back. Putoff with the tray. Too strong. Rebound by Rethman. Almost lost it out of bounds. So work it. Try to cut within this 9-point lead. They made up a little bit on that 12-point halftime lead that the Cardinals had. Rethman, too strong off the glass.
Boy, Jones and Homan's already down there battling for Bremen, but Marion able to come out of the pile with the ball.
And there's a timeout, Marion local. We'll see if it's a full or a 30. It'll be a 30. Gives again an opportunity for us to thank our sponsors. Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Carriage Works, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, NKT Productions, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Bank, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunities, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Cy Schwiedeman Incorporated, 21st Century Kitchens, Schwiedeman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, and West Staff. Our sponsors, our scoreboard sponsor, as always, First National Bank. Think first. And also, we will award a player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco for both teams.
Yeah, offense has not been a big proponent here for either of these teams early in the third quarter. Bremen with a couple turnovers. Marion lucky to get that one back here and a chance to, again, cut into that 9-point lead.
Rethman. There's a jump ball as Evers tried to take it away from Naylor. And that will turn it over to the Flyers.
Should say with New Bremen, yep. Goes back to New Bremen.
New Bremen, yep. Sophomore Macy put off. Brings it across the timeline. Bergman will lob it to Holman. Tries to go up and under, is fouled.
Holman does a nice job there gathering her position. Also against number 20, Kara Evers, her second.
Holman on the season averages right at 7 points a game. A 5'10" senior. Got a lot of varsity basketball in her career at New Bremen.
That's her 5th point now in the ball game, as you see the mass substitutions there for New Bremen. Tiemann, Smith, and Tankman, I think, all came in there.
Holman with the second. Lead at 11. Natalie Rethman across the timeline. Koenig on the wing. Work it around the perimeter. Natalie Rethman. Koenig with the tray. Too strong, almost gets her own rebound. Holman takes it away. Naylor pushing the tempo. And there's almost a steal back to the Cardinals. Spin move by Tankman. Able to get it, head to Tiemann. So reset it. Naylor through the lane. Another chance for the Cardinals. Tray attempt. And they're all the other way. It's Rethman with a layup.
Not a great possession for New Bremen. There are multiple opportunities. Probably not really any really good shots, some forced ones, but a good answer by Marion. And again, a possible turnover.
Jump ball on the floor. They have some more substitutions. Number 5, Macy put off Aaron Smith in the game. Will 42 hit make Morgan Heckman in for the Flyers. Flyers down by 9 in this MAC contest. Both of these teams 1-1. There's the front runners right now, and the favorites are Minster and Versailles in the league, but a lot of games to be played. Rethman's shot off the rim. As it hits the top of the backboard. This is MAC game 3 of 9 on the season, so. Trouble at the midcourt line, and there's a foul against Morgan Heckman of the Flyers.
Just the first one on Heckman. Second team foul against Marion.
Put off with the basketball. To the hoop. Flyers the other way.
A tough shot in the lane for New Bremen.
Koenig with the tray. Tankman, long rebound. It's 4 Flyers around her. Finds Tiemann open. Another offensive rebound. And it'll go to the Flyers.
Bremen gets another offensive rebound there, but like we talked, it's almost like the first quarter over, right?
Yeah.
A lot of opportunities, just not really necessarily good opportunities, putting up some tough shots, and the scoreboard's showing that. Marion, on the other hand, just struggling to get something to go down here on the offensive side.
Try to go to Evers. Tankman with a steal. And they'll have another jump ball. It'll be Cardinals basketball. Talked about that. Marion has had 8 straight winning seasons. New Bremen has had 3 straight winning seasons. And is having some trouble with the pressure, and we'll have a timeout by the Cardinals. A 30-second timeout. Like to mention, if you missed the first replay on Saturday, January 6th at 12 o'clock, the second one is Sunday, January 7th at 2 p.m. You can check out our whole schedule on www.nktelco.net. You can also watch games on demand on nktelco.net. Some of the upcoming NKTelco games for these 2 teams. Next time, Marion will be on against Anna on the 16th. And in 2 weeks, New Bremen plays at Minster, which will be a big showdown in the MAC and among a lot of things there. So we look forward to both those games coming up.
Always a good game, just like this one. 2 local rivals like each other a lot, so they bring a lot of love to that ball game. It's always a lot of fun to see those 2 get together.
Minster currently undefeated, coming off a big tournament win in the Bath tournament, knocked off some big teams. So that'll be at Minster. There's a shot by Hannah Tankman. High arching shot, finds the bottom of the net.
Again, Macy Putoff weaving her way through the lane there, drew all that attention. Thought she was going to get herself into a little bit of trouble. She did a nice job kicking it out, and Tankman able to knock down the 3.
Pullman working around Rethman. Koenig comes up with it and puts it in. Good hustle play by Koenig for the basket.
Koenig's got 4 now for the Flyers. The lead again back to 10 for New Bremen.
And there's a travel there as Smith slipped a bit. Heidi Rethman in the game, as well as number 50, Elena Pullman, 2 freshmen in for Coach Stride.
Jones and Homan check back in for New Bremen.
Talk about all the experience for New Bremen, but they still only have 2 seniors. So
A
see a lot of these players next year as well. So.
A lot of sophomores and juniors.
Lob to
Good
Jones.
pass.
Nice pass there. Give the assist. 42 Heckman. Evers now with 7. There's Tankman will try another 3. High off the backboard, and Koenig with the rebound. Takes it across the timeline. Pullman. Koenig tried to get down to Heckman. Stolen away by Jones, leading the break. Put off, finds an opening. Can't hit the jumper. Lead at 8. Marion just hanging around here and keep battling as we down the last 15 seconds here of the 3rd quarter.
Neatfeld will check back in for the Flyers, replacing Koenig.
Pullman will inbound it with 11 seconds to go. Rethman in some trouble. Pass stolen. Put off. Down to 2 seconds. just realized it, and short on the long shot. We go to the fourth quarter on the First National Bank scoreboard. Flyers 37, Cardinals 29. Be right back.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information. New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
As we go to the fourth quarter, as you see some of the Marion local JV players, as we're watching a good MAC contest, the Cardinals up by 8.
Yeah, Marion actually outscored Bremen 12-8 in the third quarter. Not a pretty quarter, as we'll call it, by any stretch for either team. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots. The second quarter by far the best for both of these teams. And hoping they can get back to that here in the fourth. Marion going to have to put something together here to put a little run together against this Bremen defense that's been pretty solid all night. There's been some openings in the paint.
As they switch to the zone, shot by Rethman. Rebound to Jones to put off. Holman. Kick it out to Tiemann with a shot, is short. And a foul on the rebound against the Cardinals.
Foul's going to be number 32, Kelly Naylor, her first, and just the first team foul against Bremen. Went the whole third quarter with no fouls. And Marion only had 2, so.
Yeah, we haven't shot a 1-and-1 all night, and the way it's going, we won't
We are
either.
now. Just kidding.
Flyers gained 4 points there on the third quarter. Cardinals had a 12-point lead as we have a foul. So, like fouls run in bunches like that. Once you don't have any in a while, and some announcer makes that point, and then it's
second foul, sorry, on Abby team, and also the second Bremen foul.
Neatfeld, Pullman. Picks up her dribble. Back to Neatfeld. Entry pass to Evers. And is fouled.
The bunch continues.
I think we'll see if they'll say that's on the shot. They say it is. Evers shooting the pair.
Third personal foul picked up there by Abby Tiemann.
Rattles it in. Molly Smith, 20, checks in, 5'8" junior. One of 7 juniors on this team to go along with 3 sophomores and 2 seniors on this New Bremen roster. Evers hits a pair. Now with 9 on the night.
And just like that, it's a 6-point game.
Now Flyers with some pressure. Evers has got a piece of that. Holman, and there's almost another steal. Put off to the hoop, and we'll say the heck with that.
I was going to say, you saw the gas pedal there. She saw the lane and darted right for it. Good finish, 7 points now for Macy Putoff.
Cardinals in their 1-2-2 trapping defense. Nice pass to Rethman will draw the foul.
Foul's going to be on Macy Putoff, her second. It's like that, no fouls in the third quarter. Officials quickly rectified that problem. 4 now here in the fourth quarter for New Bremen. All thanks to Dave, brought to you by Dave Knapke, fouling.
Rethman, one of the leading scorers along with Natalie Rethman with 12 points on the season. It's a pair there. Now we're down to 6 points. Closest the Flyers have been this half.
Got an extra step in there from Putoff. Took a little hesitation there. That was the right call. She'll turn the ball over.
The Cardinals look so good at the end of the second quarter, and then times it's been a little bit rocky. Credit, Flyers have stepped up their play. As we've mentioned several times, every time it seems like Cardinals are going to dominate, the Flyers are battling, albeit a young team. They know the tradition and trying to get back in this. They're in this game trying to make a run at it here. To the hoop and one.
Good finish there by number 12, Natalie Rethman. Dave, you mentioned her just a minute ago. She scores her 8th point.
That was a nice inbounds pass there. Pretty good distance there.
And no easy shot. She scored that over Paige Jones.
Completes the three-point play, and the lead is down to 3. Naylor against the pressure. Homan drives, will draw the foul. So the senior Homan on the line for 2.
Foul's going to be on number 12, Natalie Rethman.
Cardinals are trying to get their momentum back. Flyers have just come up and snatched it. Flyers have already scored 7 this quarter.
Homan's done a nice job at the free throw line. That's her 5th make on 5 attempts, so she's perfect at the foul line here tonight.
She has a total of 7 altogether. Able to roll it in for 6 of 6. And puts the lead back to 5 for the Cardinals. Needfelt. Now Heidi Rethman to Natalie Rethman. Around the perimeter. Looking for Evers underneath. There to Pullman. Rethman picked up her dribble and got in trouble. Putoff ties her up. The possession error will keep it on this side. Oh, no.
Nope, maybe turnover, go to Bremen. Good individual defense there from Putoff, Macy Putoff.
Putoff gets the inbounds pass. Homan on the wing. Jones trying to post up underneath. Homan stolen away, and they will call a jump ball.
That one will take it back the other way. So Marion, we trade alternate possessions there.
5:36 to go in the ball game. 41-36 Cardinals on our First National Bank scoreboard. Cardinals 10-1, Flyers 2-7. Rethman's shot does not fall. Pushing ahead to Jones. Tries a 3. Evers gets possession and the rebound. Rethman to the hoop, draws the foul. Yeah, after the Cardinals, what was it, no fouls in the third quarter? They're up to 6 here in the fourth quarter, and that's not even 2 minutes.
Remember you said no 1-and-1s.
Yeah.
I think that was like 30 seconds ago when six fouls later.
I think maybe the men in stripes heard me, I'm not sure.
They might have.
Kayla Bergman, 44, checks back in the lineup. Rethman to Rethman. Pullman, long jumper. Jones with the rebound. Almost stolen away, but it will stay with the Cardinals.
Both these teams just really kind of almost abandoning their offense, right? They come down the floor and they're just going right to the bucket. And a timeout on the floor.
Full timeout. You're watching high school girls basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, pop money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CERA and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slankowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
4:56 in the ball game in this MAC battle. New Bremen leading the battle by 5.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding here for both offenses the last couple minutes. I'm sure that's why Coach Burton took that last time out, trying to get his offense to settle down, run a good set. It's a good entry and a better block by Pullman.
Pullman, the freshman, blocks a shot by Jones. And the Flyers with the basketball. They were down 12 at half, but it cut the lead down to 5. One time they had it down to 3. Working it through the possession. Will go out of bounds. It will stay with the Flyers.
Marion has been working that inside hard tonight. Whether it's Pullman or Evers, they're both working around that far side off of that screen, trying to get a quick seal and a quick entry.
Rethman, 15-footer and in. Heidi Rethman with a jumper. Lead down to 3.
She's in double digits now with 10. Leading scoring for the Flyers.
Put off on the wing.
Well, not much movement here offensively for New Bremen. A lot of standing around.
Homan. You have Jones underneath trying to post up. Otherwise 4 out. Homan, baseline, nice move. Quick move by Homan, a big basket for the Cardinals.
She's now in double digits, Jane Homan with 10.
43-38. Entry pass to Rethman. Shot by Niefeld. Homan with the rebound.
A big board there from Homan. 3.5 minutes to go. Every possession's big now. And
there's a kick against the Flyers. Get 3:20 down the stretch. You have Abby Tiemann checks in for put off. Cardinals led by 2 after 1, by 12 at halftime. Down to 8 going into this quarter. Now down to 5. Will stay with the Cardinals as is knocked out of bounds. It's Kelsey Koenig back in the lineup. Naylor will trigger it in. 3:17 to go. Jones, nice pass. Homan and in. Homan with a pair of big buckets. A nice assist there by Jones.
yeah, good drive down the lane, as you mentioned, by Jones, and Homan able to take the right angle to finish the basket. She now has 12.
Nice save, but a travel there by Rethman.
Big turnover and a big possession here for Marion if they're going to try to climb back into this one, trailing by 7 with 2.5 to go. They're going to have to start converting on some turnovers.
Jones picks up the dribble. Coach Burden right away calls a 30-second timeout. Gives us one last chance to thank our sponsors. And there's a bunch of them. Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, Carriage Works, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, NKT Productions, New Knoxville Supply Company, Minster Bank, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Cy Schwieterman, 21st Century Kitchens, Schwieterman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, and West Staff. Very appreciative of our fine sponsors for stepping up again here tonight and what's turned out to be a pretty good ball game, Greg.
Yeah, it's what you expect when these two get together. You knew Marion wasn't just going to go away after trailing by 12 at halftime, but still down here by 7. As you see full quarter pressure applied, they're going to have to get a couple turnovers and convert on them. And Bremen conversely has 3 or 4 good ball handlers on the ball on the floor as Kelly Naylor brings it down.
Down low, Bergman. Shot off the mark. Caney with the rebound. Rethman travels.
I was just going to say, you get the stop you needed if you're Marion, and then you give it right back. Good thing is only wasted about 15 seconds. Not sure Bremen was looking to shoot that fast, but on that last possession, so when you're used to playing that fast the whole game, it's tough to just put the brakes on, as you're seeing here.
Out of bounds, yes. Marion had it down to 3 about a minute and a half ago. But 2 Jane Homan baskets have stretched the lead to 7. She drives, and that's just stolen away by Evers. Rethman trying to find a lane, gives it to the older Rethman. Trying to work off a screen, Natalie Rethman. 2 bounces off the hoop. Pullman follows. Caney with the rebound. Pullman will drive, partially blocked. Finally, Jones comes up with the rebound. Under 2 to go. Cardinals with a 7-point lead. Do not have to be in a hurry here.
Yeah, I see some senior leadership there from Paige Jones. Brings the ball back to almost a half court to slow down the Bremen offense.
We talked about a few times about how many ball handlers they have. Can really take time off the clock if they want to.
And the foul's not in Marion's favor here, as that's just now their 4th team foul.
Putoff will check in for Bergman.
And so now you've just replaced a post player with another ball handler. And as you mentioned earlier, Homan not bad as a ball handler as well, as she's 6 foot tall. We know Jones can handle the ball. Naylor was a point guard last year and still pretty much is the team point guard along with Macy Putoff. So you've got almost 5 guards out there on the floor for New Bremen with a minute and a half to go. You're down by 7.
45-38, and just a matter of keep away here. Marion still with 2 fouls to give before we shoot a 1-and-1. Homan.
3 fouls, right? They only have 4.
You're right. 2 more before there's a 3rd one. So there's 1 foul. I imagine we'll have 2 more, and that might break my prediction of no 1-and-1s here. We'll see what
it's going to get broke.
Naylor, Tiemann. Clock being off, down to a minute. 7-point lead. Still playing keep away. Homan, at some point you just have to foul. You need 2 more fouls here. And the Cardinals doing a great job of spreading the floor. Really, they're trying to foul at times and they just can't. Naylor, it was about a minute 50 with this possession started, I believe. And
yeah, that's down to 36 seconds.
Can definitely be a weapon as you, sometimes a stall, the word stall has a negative connotation, but this, what they're doing now is just good basketball, smart basketball.
Well, I'm a little surprised Marion didn't foul sooner.
Yeah.
You wasted a lot of time, as you mentioned. You're too far behind to try to get a bunch of steals. You're going to have to put somebody at the free throw line. And now they will, but it's 30, a minute and some later. And like I said, they only had 3 fouls at the beginning of that, so they had a whole bunch to pick up quickly. And now you put the person that's not missed a free throw here tonight, Jane Homan, 6 for 6. Back to the charity stripe.
She attempts the first 1-and-1 on the night.
1-and-1.
It's a new concept for this evening. Homan now with 13 points. Stays perfect from the foul line.
8 for 8, solid night at the free throw line for Jane Homan.
And a lot of big plays down the stretch. Looks like, barring a miracle, the Cardinals go to 11-1. Put off. I have to ask the question, when was the last time the Bremen Cardinals have been 11-1 in girls basketball? I'm not sure very often. And they're just like they're going to dribble it off. The Flyers gave a valiant effort, battled back, but the Cardinals will prevail. The final on the First National Bank scoreboard, Cardinals 47, Flyers 38. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers, to families with the pitter-patter of little feet, to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Schwiederman Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiederman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on a temp-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
Final score here at Marion Local High School, Bremen Cardinals 47, Marion Local Flyers 38. For the final numbers, Mr. Greg Burning.
Thanks, Dave. You see the score there. Shooting about the same for both teams. Bremen with a decided advantage on threes, made 5 more. 3 of those coming via Kelly Naylor in the first half. Free throws, 10 of 11. 8 of those coming from Jane Homan. You see the big differential rebounds. Bremen had a decided advantage inside, offensively rebounding throughout their whole team. So pretty good ball game throughout. Scoring points goes like this. First for the visiting New Bremen Cardinals, they were led by Kelly Naylor and Jane Homan, both with 14. Macy Putoff with 7, Hannah Tankman 5, Paige Jones 2, Molly Smith 3, Erin Smith 2. For the home team, the Marion Local Flyers, they were led by Heidi Rethman with 10, Natalie Rethman and Carrie Evers with 9, Elena Pullman with 4, Kelsey Koenig with 4, and Emily Neefeld with 2. You know, Dave, barring a couple big spurts, you know, Bremen got a couple nice runs going late in the second quarter, and really did the same thing late in the fourth quarter. Did a nice job offensively. They were all over the offensive glass tonight. Didn't convert necessarily on all of them, but enough. Got a couple timely shots from the perimeter, and really put together a pretty decent game. You know, they obviously have some improving to do, but you can't fault Marion either. They fought back hard, and that's what you expect when you watch the MAC. Nobody's going to walk away easy. They're going to come back and fight the whole way.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a physical battle. Bremen has a nice team. They got a lot of good depth. They have a lot of good athletes out there. Marion, they scrappy. It might be a year away, but you saw some nice plays from some young players.
Yeah, a lot of freshmen.
You know, they're going to be a tough out as you go down the rest of the season. So we'll see. We'll look ahead for both these teams as Bremen goes to 11-1 on the season. Marion leads their 7th straight. They fall to 2-8. Let's talk about our players of the game, Greg. First, we'll talk for New Bremen. We'll go to senior Jane Homan.
Yeah, we mentioned the rebounding. Homan was all over the glass, not to mention she was perfect at the free throw line. On the night, shooting a perfect 8 for 8. Finished tied with all scorers at 14. Just had a really solid ball game all the way around for New Bremen.
So congratulations to Jane Homan. And now for the Flyers, it'll also go to senior post player Kara Evers.
Yeah, she did a lot of the same thing for Marion Local. Sealed in the paint really well, finished around the bucket, did a nice job defensively, blocking a lot of shots inside, rebounding, just did a lot of work in the paint for the Marion Local Flyers tonight.
So congratulations to both of those players. They will receive NKTelco t-shirts. Well, that'll wrap it up from here. I'd like to thank our crew tonight in the NKTelco sports fans, Scott Robinson and Daniel Allen. On camera, Janelle Bolheimer, Wes Temple, and Bryce Hamrick. For my partner, Greg Burney, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching.